When is a rule not a rule? We grow up thinking many things are set in stone. When you truly think about it, in fact, there are numerous rules all around us. For example, there's traffic laws, state regulations, federal regulations, etc. There are rules and guidelines for practically anything you can think of. And as a result, we all just seem to go with the flow and keep things the way they've always been. Well, in today's video, we'll take a look at how these unspoken rules can become complicated. On a larger scale, we call that societal norms. And the four main ones that you need to break out of in order to be true to you, yourself. For the best strategies and tips on finally living the life of your dreams with the least resistance through making the right tweaks to your mindset and daily habits, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to get my latest uploads every week. So, let's get started. A societal norm is a way people behave, which has become so familiar people think of them as rules when in truth they're really not. So while we're walking through life on eggshells, and there might be a time and place for this, sometimes it can do more harm than good, especially when it comes to doing what's right for the sake of your mental health and emotional well being. So, how do you know which societal norms you must break to be true to yourself? Let's view these four things. Number one, this is the way it's always been. It seems no matter what you're talking about, trying to convince someone they should do something different is always an uphill battle. After all, it's always easier to keep things exactly as they are. Change can be difficult, which is why it's so hard to convince ourselves sometimes just how much success relies on change. You can't get anywhere at all if you're always doing the same thing over and over again, especially if it's not producing the results that you want. Number two is expected. Everyone has expectations. For example, our parents might put certain educational expectations on us. Our friends expect us to do what they're doing, especially when it comes to, for example, getting married or having children. Even our significant other expects us to behave in a certain or specific way sometimes. The problem here? Well, when we live to others' expectations, we forget to stay true to ourselves. Maybe we don't want to go to college or even have kids. Or our picture of success is entirely different from everyone else's. Now, is that a problem? No, it's not. Number three, mirror images. We should all be exactly alike. Think about that for a minute, because sometimes it actually seems that way. Some people discourage those who are different from the norm and even make fun of them for being odd or eccentric. Now, how does this make you feel when you want to do something a little different than everyone else? The answer is to find your tribe. You may have to be a lone wolf for a second, and that's truly okay because the goal here is quality and not quantity in relationships. The key to having successful relationships is to create synergy with people you relate to. And trust me, I know it takes a lot of courage to stop being a mirror image of those around you or some people that you admire. But in the end course of everything, it will be truly worth it. Number four, it's what you see. We love movies, TV, the internet. We also love to listen to what media tells us about absolutely everything. We make celebrities our role models and take certain gospels for truth and information from the sketchiest of sources sometimes. Isn't it better, though, to think for yourself and decide what's right and wrong based on your personal value system? Then gauge if you want to entertain that person or information moving forward. Ask yourself, why does this person or information interest me or bothers or irritates me? How does this Information nourish my emotions, intellect, or overall life. So, to recap, here are the four main societal norms that you would need to probably break from. Number one, change is actually your friend. You can't get anywhere at all if you're always doing the same thing over and over again, especially if it's not producing the results you're looking for. Something may work for thousands of people and just doesn't work for you. That doesn't mean that you're weird or that something is wrong with you. It just means that that particular method or way of doing something just isn't suited or meant for you. Number two, curb expectations. Everyone has their own perspective of what success looks like. We're not all meant to live the same type of life exactly on the same level. Take the time to find what your success looks like through understanding how your world functions and how your divine God speaks to you. Follow the path of least resistance. Then life will start to flow more easily for you. If you find your stress levels are out of control and you keep facing battle or obstacle after obstacle, then that's probably your cue that you're moving in the wrong direction or you have thought goals and aspirations. Number three, no more copycatting. Make the commitment to get to know yourself truly, minus societal and familial expectations. When you've reached a comfortable place of knowing thyself, find your tribe. The goal here is quality and not quantity in relationships. Successful relationships create synergy with people you truly relate to. And lastly, but not least, number four, know your value system. Think for yourself and decide what's right and wrong based on your personal value system that you've created for yourself. Then gauge if you want to entertain that person or piece of information from there. Start asking yourself those probing questions. Why does this person or information or goal or situation, you can fill in the blanks there, interest me so much? Or why does it bother me, irritate me, trigger me? You get my gist on this, right? Okay. But lastly, let's probably forget societal norms altogether if need be. They were created actually by people like you and I who got tired of whatever the old status quo used to be. Life isn't supposed to be so hard. Keep things simple by staying true to yourself, and your life will be so much happier. Now that you've got some knowledge under your belt, it's your turn to apply what you have just learned. And by the way, I've created an ebook to go along with today's subject to help you get a jump start on creating and implementing real lasting change. You can find your free copy in the description box below. If you need more help, you know where you can find me, themoralcompass.com, where I'll provide more tips and tricks to help you on your self realization journey. Also, if you're new here, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I would love to have you a part of the family, and I'll catch you in the next video. Stay blessed.